Welcome to Culinary Platters Master Planning video, and today I am going to be sharing with you all everything about IELTS examination, where to take it, how to take it, and what the exam is all about. So let's begin. So the first question is, what is an IELTS or IELTS examination, and how do we book a slot for that? So, this is an English proficiency examination conducted by most of the English speaking countries for their academic and visa requirements. In India, you can take this examination through two institutions. One is British Council and second is IDP India. Both institutions have their centers at different parts of the country, and you can choose whichever is close to you and take this examination. So, to book a slot for the examination, you have to log into the website of the institution that you will be choosing, either British Council or IDP. And when you log in, there are few questions that you need to answer before booking the exam date or the slot. So, the first question that you'll be asked is the mode of examination. There are two modes of examination. One is pen and paper, and second is computer based. Both are globally accepted and you can choose anything of your choice. The second question that you need to answer before booking the slot is the purpose of examination. One is academic and second is general. So if you are a student and you are applying for masters, then you need to choose the academic option, and if you are someone who is looking for visa, then you need to choose the general option. So once these questions are answered, you will be given with these slots available in that particular month, and you can choose whichever date is convenient for you. Once that is done, you will be forwarded to the payment website where you need to pay the examination fee. The examination fee is somewhere around 10,000 to 12,000, and once you do that, your slot will be booked, and you need to give your basic information like your passport details and the university that you are wishing to apply, and if it's for general, then which country that you are planning to apply and all that, just general questions, and you will get your email notification and SMS notification for the exam. So what the exam is all about and how to go about it is the next section. So first, once you book the exam slot, on the date of the examination, you will have three sections conducted. One is writing, and second is reading, third is listening. And you also have another section that is a part of this examination, which is speaking, but it will be conducted 1 week prior the exam date that you chose, or 1 week after the exam date that you chose. So that date will be notified to you pretty soon when you are nearing the examination date. So you can't choose your speaking slot. Speaking date will be given to you by the institution, and they will notify you through an SMS or email telling where to come and at what time to come. So first, for the speaking section, you will be asked to speak for almost 8 minutes. The exam itself takes place for 8 to 10 minutes, and there are three parts in this speaking section. So first is, you will be given a slot and you need to go to the place or the venue. If you are taking a pen and paper exam, you will have an examinator, and you will be there on the other end of the conference, and there will be three parts conducted, and all the audio and the entire session and the test will be recorded. So the first section is a general section. The first part of the speaking is general, where they ask you about your likes, dislikes, hobbies, just to give you that set you the environment and the format of the examination. It will take place for 1 minute. The second part of the speaking section is where the real examination question happens. They will give you a topic and you need to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. You will be given 1 minute to prepare on the same. So for example, you will be given with a topic saying, what is the most favorite photograph in your home? and you will be given 1 minute. Once the 1 minute is over, they'll tell you that your time is over and start speaking. So you need to speak for 2 whole minutes, and you will be examined, and you will be marked to your for your vocabulary, for your grammar, for your flow of speech, and also how your accent, and how well you convey the point. All these will be considered, everything will be recorded. Once the 2 minutes is over, they will tell you, okay, you can stop now, and you need to conclude the speech properly in 2 minutes. And after that, based on the topic that you asked, there will be few questions, and you need to answer those questions for another 2 minutes. That will be the last part of the speaking section. Once that is over, the exam will be over, and you will be sent back. The results will not be available immediately, it will come to you after your main exam is over. So once the speaking exam is over, on the day of examination, you need to take three parts. First is listening. Listening exam will be taking place for 40 minutes, and it is a 30 question, no, it will be taking place for 40 minutes, and it will have 40 questions in it. You will be given an microphone or an headphone, and a dialogue will be played to you, or a conversation between two people or three people will be played, and you need to listen to that conversation, and there will be few questions based on the conversation. The main thing to note here is the conversations, or the entire speech will not be repeated. You can't replay the sentence, you can't replay the entire audio, and there will be different accents that the audio in itself will have. So you need to be very careful on what you listen, because you have no option to replay or repeat the audio. Once you miss, the audio is gone, you can't answer that question, because the questions are set up in such a way it goes through the flow of the audio. So there's no like jumbling of questions. The audio, as the audio flows, you have the questions, you'll have 10 minutes to copy those answers that you have into the main sheet. So the example is, if person X says, I will meet you at this place at this time to person Y, then the question in the exam paper would be, what time and where did the person X said he'll meet person Y. So this is the listening section. And second section would be the reading section, where you will be given 1 hour time slot, and there will be reading paragraphs or reading comprehensions given to you, and you will be asked to answer 40 questions based on those paragraphs. The questions will be true or false, yes or no, and also few MCQs and one word fill in the blank questions. So all these types will be there in those 40 questions, and you will have 1 hour to answer this reading comprehension. The third part and the final part of the examination is writing. So in the writing section, you have two parts. One is the one is different for each type of people. Like if you are academic, you will be given some kind of a graph, that is pie chart or bar graph or some hiptogram, and you will be asked to interpret the hiptogram and write a paragraph on that given picture. If you are a general purpose student, like if you're a general purpose student taking the exam for only visa requirements, you will be asked to write a letter. The second section, the second part of the writing section is an essay, and for that you will be having 40 minutes. Like the first part of the exam will take place for 20 minutes, and the second part of the exam will take place for 40 minutes. It is the same for both the purpose students, and it is the essay writing section, and you need to write 200 to 250 words on the given topic. So both writing for academic students, both the writings should have introduction, the content, and the conclusion. So if you are going to interpret a graph where the graph says about the consumption of water for a city for every year, then you should first start your para saying the graph depicts what, and then you should write your interpretation and then the conclusion. This will be conducted for 100 words, I guess, and it you need to do this in 20 minutes. The second part is the essay writing. You will be given a topic and you need to write for 250 words in 40 minutes. One main important thing that you need to note in this kind of examination is for the essay writing, you might be asked with subdivision questions. Like if there is a general topic, you would be asked to answer few subtopics also. So when you write your paragraph, it should contain an introduction para, it should contain a conclusion para, and when you are given with the subtopics, you should answer those subtopics in your content. Your content should have an explanation and answer for the subtopics also. Only then you will be marked accordingly. If you fail to answer the subtopics for the essay, you will be given the minimum mark, that is 5.5, and you cannot avail the full marks that is there for the essay. So please make sure when you have an sub question in your examination, you need to answer that. So these are the four topics that will be these are four sections that will take place. It is basic, and if we all can answer this. There are a lot of videos on the YouTube where you can listen to the speaking audios, because the speaking audio will have different accents and you need to interpret those accents, and you cannot replay the audio, as I said. Once the exam is over, you will be given with your student number, and on the 14th day after your examination, you will get the result for the exam through SMS and through mail. This is called the TRF, that is the test result form, where you will be marked for each section out of 9 points. Out of 9 points, you will be graded, and you will have like speaking, writing, listening, and reading for all those, and then you will be given an overall mark out of 9, and that's how they will check your proficiency for the language itself. This form, once you get after your 14th day, electronically or through SMS, that electronic TRF form can be submitted to the institutions that you are applying for, or the visa office itself, and that will be considered as your final result for your English proficiency language. So I hope I covered everything about the IELTS examination. If you have any questions, do message me in my Instagram handle. I will link the handle in the below description box, and continue to follow. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. Bye.